I'll just live in my So I'm Chris Bennett, this is Sheralyn Bennett. So we work as a team, we work together, and that's one nice thing about us. We're with Prudential as the brokers that we're with. And I've been doing it for about 2 years. Actually, it's been 2 years, and she's been doing it for 5.
Yeah.
And she does a lot of new construction. I do a lot of existing, I do a lot of condos as well, so a lot of first-time home buyers. And so that's kind of what we do. But we just kind of wanted to just briefly go over the process of buying a home, like when you're with us, kind of step by step, pretty accelerated of how that works. So the first slide we've got is buying a home in 2004. So the stats are in 2013. It took about 12 weeks and about 10 homes for a buyer before they purchased a home. So just to kind of give you, that's a national average. Some people are going to be more, some people are going to be less. My wife is a great example. Our first house we looked at, we bought it, and I'm sure there was other ones. But
I was just a disclaimer. I was not a realtor back in the day. I didn't really think looking at houses for myself was super fun, so I just found one and I was like, this one's fine, like done. That's how I am. That's totally just depends on the personalities. Most people are not like that, I realize.
So I had a video for the next slide, but I can't get the speakers to work, and I don't know if we can hear it on the thing.
This is,
Yeah, can you hear it, or is it?
so if you're interested.
I turned up.
All right, and look, here's the ad. It says all this home needs is time, love, attention, and bring your scrubbing brush and your paintbrush. All right, and here's why they say that this is a house. They say bring your scrubbing brush and your paintbrush. You should also bring your bulletproof vest. House where you can just do a drive-by. That house is $379,000.
No way.
Believe that? Seriously, that's we're not kidding around. This is a 4-bedroom house in Madison, Wisconsin. Yeah, look at that. That looks nice, right? Completely fine. Nothing wrong with that. Here's the description. It says a fieldstone fireplace, wraparound porch, storm/wine cellar, spectacular room to grow marijuana. Unfortunately, that one is already sold between rehearsal and by the time we were doing this now, someone I heard just snatched it up. Is it fire?
Like Woody Harrelson.
There's one more property.
Woody Harrelson loved real estate. This is a townhouse in Santa Monica, California, and it says it's a modern 2-bedroom, 2.5-bath townhome with a huge loft in Santa Monica. This is the inside. There's the dining room. This is the modern kitchen, and the loft and the stripper pole. That says to me, when it comes to offers, the homeowner is flexible.
So anyways, we just thought we'd hit it off with just a little bit of humor, but I'll get over to Sheralyn.
So one of the first things is going to be getting your finances in order. Obviously, generally when you're buying a home, you need to have some money saved. When you put in an offer on a home, you're going to be giving earnest money with the offer, which usually, depends on the case. Usually about $1,000 goes with the offer, just to show the seller that you're serious. And you're going to need money for down payment, depending on that. Tim?
What's a good percentage to have to put down just to know off the top? There's a certain range of what percentage generates.
Sorry, I'll answer that for you. Really, it just kind of all depends on your situation. So, like, it's kind of case by case because you may, under most circumstances, unless you have a 20% down payment, it's kind of nice to look and see, like, okay, your specific situation, what's going to be the best loan for you that's going to also not, like, liquidate all of your savings. Because the first thing you want to do when you get in the house is make sure you have a little bit of backup, you know, money sitting in the bank still. And so it's really all case by case, and that's why, what we do is we just will kind of line up the different ones that are best for you, and then you have all that information. Here's everything that we, with different down payments or even no down payment. I do, my website's thezerodown.net, so a lot of the loans I do nowadays are no money down, and it's just as good of a loan as the other loan. If you have little to no money down, obviously the bigger down payment, there is some savings on that, but a lot of times the benefits are very slim. So yeah, it's all customizable to you.
Yeah, and like,
hopefully that answers.
That's definitely the answer. I mean, the real answer is it's case by case, but it's safe to say around 3.5% to 5% ish if you want to do a bare minimum. But again, it's going to depend on everything. What kind of loan, what kind of product, whether it's conventional, FHA, and I mean that would be a whole nother night. That would be a couple hours with us even trying to go into that.
Because you really want to tailor it. You just want to tailor it to you guys, and that's really.
But that's probably about 3.5% to 5%. So if it's a $200,000
house price. So usually you're looking like $2,000, like $5,000 to $10,000, depending on the house that you're looking at. Getting pre-approved, obviously, so talking to the lender, going to Don and seeing what amount of a loan that you can get. Because it's really disappointing to people to go looking out at a house that is like $300,000. Of course you're gonna love it, and then go and find out, oh, I qualify for $100,000. I don't like anything that I can get. So it's just kind of good to know that before we go out shopping.
All right, so the next thing is why work with an agent? So it shows here 88% of home buyers in 2013 have purchased using a real estate agent. And why do you think is a reason someone would use a realtor? Does anyone know?
You know what you're talking about?
Okay, there's one. Anyone else?
Most of the homes available are available through realtors.
That's exactly true. So there's a few different things. One is local expertise. So this is what we do all day. I mean, we're going through homes. We probably go to 1 to 3 home tours a week where we're actively going around Utah County. We're going through homes that are available to see what condition. So we know what the market is. We know what the neighborhoods are like. Another great thing is negotiations. I mean, this is what we do. Both my wife and I we have what's called a CNE certification, which is a certified negotiation expert, and we negotiate contracts. Another thing is law and contract expertise. Now, we're not a CPA, we're not real estate attorneys, so there's my disclaimer right there, but we deal with contracts all day long. So we deal with what we call the Rep C in the industry, which is a real estate purchase contract. So when you put together that offer, whenever you're ready, whether that's next week or 2 years from now, whenever you feel fit for you, that is when we would put together that document and with the purchase price and what kind of loan you'll be doing and all that information. And then lastly here is professional referrals. So we work with a lot of people in the alarm industry. So we've got Janet with North American Title. Oh, I just said alarm industry. Well, that's true. No, but in the real estate industry, such as Janet with North American Title, Don with Castle and Cook. We also have Carl Paulson with Home Warranty. We deal with a lot of people, home inspectors, just a lot of different people.
I'll just say it really makes a huge difference working with people that know what they're doing versus not. I've worked with clients who already came to me with a lender that they'd already been working with, which I'm happy to, I don't want to sit on anyone's toes and be like, no, don't use them, use someone else. But in the end, it turned out to be just a fiasco. I mean, it all got done, but they were like, I wish I would have gone with someone different because they didn't know what they were doing, or anyway, it can just make the whole process a lot smoother and a better experience for you, which is the goal, because buying your first house should be fun, and it shouldn't be like stressful. And you should be happy at the end. So things home search factors, there's different things to consider when you're looking at a home. Most important thing, of course, I'm sure you all heard, location. You can't change the location of your home. That's another thing. I'll just give an example of my own self. That first house that I saw that I bought, our house is right next to a huge apartment complex, which not super awesome, obviously, but I didn't really think about that. And when we also bought it, there was just an empty apple orchard field behind us, which I thought was awesome. Like, there will never be anyone behind us. Anyway, eventually, there's actually now a road right behind us that they built and everything, so live and learn. But anyway, location, you can't change it, so that will be one of the most important things to look at. The price of the home, obviously, is going to be a significant thing to look at. The size of a home, usually you're going to be pretty good looking for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, anything. Those are going to sell a lot better. Once you go to resell the home, it's just much more in demand. Like 2-bedroom, 1-bath things are kind of hard to sell. It's a more limited person that's going to be buying that, just so you know. The size and type of home, just depending on what you're planning to do with the home. Like a townhome, condo, those are all awesome starter homes. And a lot of times, if you're planning on eventually keeping that home as a rental and moving to a single family home down the road, those can be nice to have as a rental property because if there's an HOA, they're maintaining it, you don't have to worry about it. So those are just kind of things that we would talk about what your plans are for the future, like what you're going to buy. The condition of the home. Most homes are not going to be perfect. Some things are going to be like cosmetic things that can easily be fixed with, you know, paint, new carpet, not expensive fixes. There's other huge issues that I've seen. I've gone through houses that have had severe foundation problems where you feel like you're going to roll down the floor walking in the house. That obviously are going to be a little bit more costly to fix and just be more of a concern. So those are the things we'll look at. Then offer and closing. So before we make an offer on the home,
Something's exploding right now, so. What's happening?
It's just to my phone.
Oh.
I'm not paying off. It's gonna ring again.
Oh, you to it?
Yeah.
so anyway, before we make an offer on the home, we'll just kind of make sure that the price of the home is good when we're going in with an offer. You know, getting the home inspection done, making sure there isn't any major issues with it, and then closing on it. Sorry, guys.
So that's kind of our presentation in a nutshell. So I just wanted to kind of go over, let me go back to this slide right here. So this one right here, so what she was talking about, this is just kind of like what we feel would be the importance, you know, the reason why, because the location you can't change. Price, there is a little bit of change there. The size, obviously that's up to you what size, and then cosmetic things with the condition is probably one of the most, probably the least important, because maybe all it requires is a little bit of paint unless it's a big structural issue. But that's kind of all that we had for this. I mean, we wanted to keep it pretty brief and simple. Let me just get to this slide right here. And we're more than happy to, is that stuff on? I thought it was on. But we're more than happy to help with any questions that you guys have.
Does anyone have any questions?
Oh, I think she does.
I'm sure there's questions out there.
Hey.